What's up? What's up? Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Whatever you want to say. Happy Sabbath. Bro, I'm getting on here because, like, I just been in my head too much, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, it is just with its title. Like, is it all even really worth it, bro? Like, is all this stuff really worth it? Like, it just feel like all of this that I'm striving for or even doing is just like to no avail, not not having any destination. It's just like I'm on still waters with no wind on a sailboat. That's how it feels, going through fog and darkness. Like, am I even moving? Naturally, you gonna move because water moves and its currents, and you know, it's fish, big fish that cause movement on water. So you're gonna have a gentle drift somewhere, but it really feels like you're not going nowhere. It's like I don't really know, bro. It's like it feel like my wishes are getting granted by some sort of genie or fucking jinn. It's like almost be careful what you wish for, be careful what you ask for type thing. Like I asked, like in my mind and in my soul after the last relationship I was in, I said to myself, I really just want to be able to be alone. But instead of just being able to be alone, it's lonely. Like when I say I want to be alone, I just want to be by myself. Like I want to be able to be by myself. Instead, I'm surrounded by people, talked down by people, frowned upon, getting fingers pointed and head shaked and laughed at and cackled at, mocked by people, and I have to be around people because there's nowhere to really go that people is not. And like my apartment that I had last summer, briefly, I had it for about a month, and then end up going to jail. It was so short lived, but in that I was just happy, bro. And I know it's like all this stuff is vain. This whole life feel like vanity, bro. Just really just sick of it, bro. I don't even know. Shalom, Kyra. Um, it's just like you really gotta be careful what you wish for. I wanted to be able to be alone, but instead I got loneliness. Like this gang stalking shit is really weird as fuck because like I just be wanting to have a space to myself where I could think in silence, where I could praise in silence. Like every time, everywhere I go, it's just fucking mass chaos and destruction everywhere. Like no silence, no peace. Like right now, I got like maybe 30 minutes. I say 30 minutes tops before the gang stalkers start coming close and be and inquiring what I'm doing, or they might come try to cut the grass around me again. The grass look cut like it did last time already, so they'll just be being a dick if they come try to do that again. Yeah, Kahala Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Hakadash, all day, every day, constantly stays on my mind. But like, it really legit feel like I got my wishes granted the by the by the jinn off that movie, the Wishmaster. Like everything that they wish for, they get exactly what they wish for, but it always turns something evil or something wicked or something undesirable every time. Like even when it come down to like money, like I know I still been trying to figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do. I know as a man, men like to be productive, and that's true because when I work, like I put my all into my work, and I really focus in and hone in on what I'm doing, and I take pride in my work, and it makes me happy to see stuff that I've created or stuff something that I've nurtured, and that is presentable, and I could be proud of it. You know what I'm saying? And somebody can accept what I've done and it do them some good instead of them being dissatisfied. Like I feel like nobody takes pride in their work. Like even all the way down to fast food workers, like they just be slapping food together. Even when I worked at fast food, bro, like I serve people food that I would like to eat. And I'm not just out here doing people food any kind of way, bro. That's weird. That's really weird. Like, and it just make me feel like most people in this world is narcissists or they just brainwashed because they don't really care about nothing but what they immediately got going on in their life. And I be I be not even want to complain because I be feeling like it's other people that got stuff. Well, here they come. The running gang stalker. Well, come and listen to what I'm saying. Oh well. Like it just it I don't know, it baffles me. Like nobody take pride in what they do. I try not to complain because I know it's people that's in way worse situations or they could be in the same situation. They could be disabled or something like that. They can't move around the way I do. Or some people don't have the blessing of the Lord on their hands or in their life and stuff like that. Like I vent a lot because I don't really have nobody to talk to for real that really actually understands that what I go through and what I've been going through since I was a child. Like when I look back on a lot of my situations, it's like a lot of BS, like a lot, and I don't know how like I made it through. It's like it's like I get punished more than everybody else, and it even goes back to how it is and how it was in school. Like everybody else be running rampant and doing what the fuck they want to do. The moment I do something, I get in trouble, and not even only that, like I always get ignored by people and stuff. Like I always get got ignored, and I have to like do stuff amazing for people to actually even give me any kind of attention. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go 10 times as hard, and even when it come down to the teachers, like getting in trouble and stuff, like folks mess with you so much. You could be sitting there being quiet the whole year, but the one time that you do get mad and go off on folks in school, like on your report card, you get a needs improvement for your conduct when you only did one thing. And it's like nobody, like the people who actually really be on the bullshit don't ever get judged the way people who actually try to do right do. And it's wild and wicked to me, bro. And I never really thought about it like that in school because I was more focused on trying to do my best and make my parents proud and prove to myself that I'm not worthless, like how people treat me and talk down on me like like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. It's just real hard, bro. Motherfuckers treat you like you own, like because you don't react to certain stuff, like you don't have no feelings, or like you just supposed to take it. When if I really reacted the way that I felt like I wanted to, I'd probably be under the jail somewhere. Like I don't know. It's really really weird. Yeah, you could drop your email. I'll probably email you. It is written. It's wickedness, and we battle against not flesh and blood, but principalities and wickedness in high places. And it brings me to my next topic that I wanted to talk about. Like, what is free will? Like, do we actually even have free will? What is free will? Like, cause it seemed like I don't know. Am I the only person that's actually trying to fight to go against being evil? That's really what it seems like, bro. Like, it seems like everybody else conform to this stuff, but I noticed like there is some people that's a part of the wickedness that it seemed like they don't really want to do it, but they do it because they have to. Like they'll be being nice 1 second, and then when somebody else come around, they start acting different, or it'll be moment to moment. I don't know. Like I don't know. I never. I only had one friend that that really lasted pretty much long term, and I guess that's not really long term because childhood is a phase of life, and they didn't even last all the way through through childhood. It's like everybody that I was friends with, and or like it'd be a group of friends. It's like we'll all be friends, and then like the other people who's in the friend group that was close, that wasn't closer to a person that I was closer to, they'll start talking, and then they'll both turn their back towards me. Like, and I'd be just sitting there looking dumb and trying to figure out what happened. Was it something that I did? Did I do something wrong? Did I say something? I don't know. Yeah, like a inside joke. It's really messed up, bro. Like I'm appreciative for this little few minutes that I do have of silence and peace, bro. Like all day, every day is just fucking turmoil, and it make I don't even bring me back to the title. Like, is it even worth it? Like, knowing that this is the end times, am I even striving? What I'm striving for, the peace that I want to strive for, or striving for material things like an apartment, a house, a car, is it even worth it, bro? Like the dollar is going to shit. They finna try to switch to digital currency. After digital currency, it's gonna be the the what's it called? Reputation, or what's another word for reputation? Um, Basically like a credit score about your reputation. Like it's gonna be based off that. And then once that happens, like one as a targeted individual and a follower of Yahweh, like our score gonna be low. And just knowing it, I feel it in my soul that we're gonna get thrown to the wolves, which I'm already thrown to the wolves. Yeah, hive-minded versus like-minded. Right. Most friends view us as competitors, competition, even though our intentions aren't anything like that. It was never like that, bro. Never. Like anything, like over time, after I be hurt so many times by so many people, so many different groups of people, like when I tell you I done been around a lot of people and had a lot of so-called friends and been in friend groups, circles, cliques, like bro, it's just a bunch of backstabbing, and it kind of changed me a little bit. It changed the way I respond to stuff, the trauma. So if I actually even did run into a real person, I probably wouldn't notice them from 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 wet paint, from a sign of wet paint. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't know. It's like my whole mindset is skewed, bro. Fucked up in the mind. And I be so open with people because like even from a kid, like I grew up um at a daycare that was ran by this lady. I don't even know if she is who I think she is. She had told me she was an Eastern Star when I was a kid. Like I remember everything that was said from and done. I remember as far as back to I was 3 years old. I can remember all the way back to 3 years old, maybe two. Which I don't know if it's a gift or a curse because it's a lot of bad stuff that happened. Like I know how it goes, being set up and went through that a lot as a kid. It really does change you growing up and how you view the world and others. Yeah, it does. And even still, like when you go through that stuff back to back to back, well, me personally, I still was trying and not really looking at it for what it was. I never looked at the world for what it was until recently, like these past like 6 or 7 years. Like I really had my spiritual awakening after I got shot in 2017. So like yeah, but yeah, I was raised um um by most like I was the first 10 years of my life I would be back and forth between my parents' house and through a babysitter house, but I would mostly be at the babysitter house. So by the time I even moved home, I never really knew my parents or my family like that. So it's like going around a bunch of strangers, honestly, like I know they face, I know that this is my mother, I know that this is my father, I know this is my brother, but I really don't know much about them. So when it was time to actually move home, when it's time to go to middle school, like I didn't really feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable being around there all the time, or even talking like that. Like I was always the kid that could be by myself like I am now, and I just play the game. But me being raised at a babysitter house, I always was mentally mature. Like I knew certain things. I knew a lot of stuff that most kids wouldn't spiritually, and but I lacked emotional intelligence and psych like psychological intelligence, like the way people think. But I could sense when people was trying to play me or something like that, or something else was up, or if people was not good people to be around, if they didn't have my best interests at hand. But like I would always feel mm, like I was grown already, because it would be kids there that's in their teen years, and I'd be sitting there talking to them and chilling, chopping it up with them while the little kids and babies asleep. Like I'm 5, 6, 7 years old, hanging with like 14, 15, all the way up to 17-year olds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's like it had my mind more advanced at that time, and but it just used to being alone. It just now it clicks with me, like why I've always been able to function by myself, and I didn't go crazy or nothing like that, or like yeah, I lash out sometimes, or I desire to have friends because it seemed like I never really had a true friend. But other than that, like what I'm saying, it's like, what is the purpose? Like I'm appreciative about everything that I went through, the good and bad, because it prepared me for a lot of the stuff that I'm going through now with this gang stalking. Like now that I know that I've been being tortured, like that has been being tortured, which makes me feel like somebody been free picking me every time. Like somebody literally been targeting me. I've been targeted my whole life, like, and I just didn't really realize it for what it was. Like it made me question, like a lot of times when I was sick, like when I would get sick and it'd be like out of nowhere, like start running fevers. Was people poisoning me at a young age and I just didn't die? Stuff like that. Like now it brings thoughts in my mind like that. Like I've been getting hit with do do direct energy weapons all damn day. Like it feel like a bunch of ants is eating through my flesh, but when I look, it's nothing there. Fucking hurt. Like another like a gift from the Most High, I know, is long suffering. Like my pain threshold is high, and I can really take punishment and a lot of mental damage and stuff. But like, but why I gotta go through this though? It's like why? Like I don't really care that it happened, but why though? That's why I be wanna know. Like a lot of times when I used to get into fights, like I wouldn't care about that I'm finna fight or get jumped. It's just the fact of why. I always ask somebody why they holding their horn. It's just why. Yeah, let me go back and read some of these messages. Hold on, strong people, Israelite brother, you're powerfully a strong person. Don't give up. Keep pushing, hard to endure. For all whom God's chosen people are truly and heavily persecuted night and day. You're right. You're definitely right. Like I put that to the test last night. Like, cause where I be staying at, I stay at a shelter. So like it's a certain time that you gotta go from the bottom floor to the top floor, and they separate men and women. And it's a lights out time. So it lights out. You could either go in like another room, or it's either that room, the bedroom, or the bathroom. So I went from one room to the next, and then I go to the bathroom, and then it's just a whole bunch of people following me, doing their little gang stalker ass shit, like coming to the bathroom back to back. Like, what do you keep coming to the bathroom for? I know it's plugs in the bathroom, but they wouldn't even be charging their phone or nothing, and it'll be like some of the same people because everybody else sleep. I did that for a reason because I wanted to test it, and it was somebody else I was talking to last night, and he was saying that he realized that it was some weird stuff going on. So I started talking to him and started telling him about gang stalking and stuff, and he started realizing why his stuff was getting stolen and people was moving funny around him. Ain't no telling, he could have been a perp too, but you know, how will you know if you don't even talk to people? They want us to be isolated, and I don't mind being isolated because, like I said, I've been isolated my whole life mentally because people come and they go, and it's just like how school is. Like, are these really your friends, or are these just people that you're put around because of the zoning that you live in, like the zoning, the neighborhood zoning, and the areas, like what's it called, the radius that y'all live in. So y'all have no choice but to talk to each other or be by yourself and find somewhere that you fit in that make it work. Because I be seeing a lot of people that I know that went to my schools on the internet too. Like a lot of them, like a few of them that I've seen, they got YouTube channels now too. And I be wondering, like, do they remember me and stuff like that? But I remember everything. It makes me mad when people be acting like they don't remember stuff. Like, how you don't remember? Like, I remember everything for the most part. Like, a lot of the times when I was like on drugs and stuff, like some of them times I don't remember because I used to be high on my mind. But like the main parts, like before I started doing drugs and stuff like that, I can remember. Like, it really makes me upset when people act like they don't remember something. And it's something that a lot of people in the world do. Like, it's like they forced to grow up. Like I'm always in contact with my inner child, bro. Like I'm too goofy to completely just forget about the things that I love to do and the things that make me happy as a child. Like I always be myself, bro. Even when I was trying not to be myself, like try to be something I'm not, I would still be myself, and myself would still shine through, no matter who I'm around. And it just upsets me when people act like they don't remember stuff. Mm, it's like everybody came to an agreement that, oh, this is the way we have to be, and we're gonna do it no matter what is said. We're gonna uphold the illusion and the lie, because in the grand scheme of things, this is how we're gonna survive. Hmm. Like, it's been my rant. What time am I? I'm at 30 minutes already. That's a lot. Quick 30 minutes. I still feel like I ain't said nothing. Like these energy weapons, like they be having rings in my ear, like it's a frequency just coming at me constantly. Like when you clap your hands over your ears, and it sounds like a. That's it. That's the sound. And of course, the skin burning. Skin burning. Feel like I'm getting bit by stuff. It be making me wonder, like, am I actually getting attacked by demons that I just can't see? Like, am I getting bit by something or scratched by demons? And angels are swooping in. Like, I'm getting grabbed by demons and they claws is scratching me as the angels is dragging them away. I don't know. That's how my mind works. Like, I know I've been over sexualized, like in my teenage to adult years, because as a kid, like my innocence was taken away from me, bro, by grown ass women. Well, damn near grown. Like you might as well say they was grown. It was in their transition from teen to damn adult years, and I feel like that's where a lot of my over sexualization come from. Like, and I used to just sometimes I still battle the emotion, bro. I be wanting to lay up, be freaky all the damn time because I feel like that's something that's supposed to make you feel good, make the flesh feel good. It's like a quick fix, and that goes along with them. Like that's why I know that the like me going through persecution and affliction is good for my soul because like me being lonely keeps me from doing things like that. Everything that's meant for my evil is being turned for my good because it's not allowing me to just go out and lay up with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was easy access, I'll be probably more prone to just do it. So I guess I just can't. I gotta look at stuff different. It's hard to keep everything in a positive light when you actually the one going through persecution. Damn, fucking burning me, bro. Burning my leg. Radiation on fucking 5G towers, bro. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Like another brother that I follow on here says that like like when you go to the grocery store, they got things that say made with bioengineering, and bioengineering is like electronics, like some sort of electronic. Like if I'm eating food with bioengineering in it, like it's making me radioactive where they can hit me with those frequencies or radiation or waves, however they doing it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like all of this is theoretical because I have not seen it with my own eyes. Like I've seen the patents on paper, but I haven't seen all of the devices. it makes me feel like that all these devices and weapons that they have are real because one of the patents that they use to unlock your car, I've seen it on YouTube, and it actually works. It send out a signal where they can unlock your car doors and stuff like that remotely, and it works. And I always used to notice, like when I was still doing Uber and stuff and running my business, like I would notice I would get out my car and leave stuff a certain type of way, and then I come back and it'll be all rearranged, or stuff is like slightly out of place. You know, cause I'm like real particular. I know how I leave stuff, even if it's in a mess. Like if it looks messy to you, or it just look like stuff is randomly slapped around. I remember the exact order that it's in, and I know I could go straight to something. And that's how I be knowing people be going through my stuff. Even when I got my apartment, it's like it would seem like people was coming in my apartment when I'm not there. Like they had a key to my stuff, and I don't know. It's just that weird feeling. It's I don't know. People are weird, bro. The fact that they even feel the need to feel like they can get a shot off on you, bro. Like who even does that? We go back to like what you were saying about about com- competing, like people trying to be competitive. Like, yeah, friendly competition is good. I I am competitive because I played sports. Like I know like to push myself, and I know I like to win. So I would push my teammates and whoever um I'm around to do better. Or if I know somebody half-assing, I'm gonna make you go hard. Like, but it's not like no malice. I want to be better than I want to do better in life than you. Oh, big me, little you. No, it's I want everybody to do their best. I want to unlock your full potential type competition. Not to shine on somebody. I'm not trying to shine on nobody. I like to stand out, yes, but I'm not trying to shine on nobody. And even when I used to do music, like everybody that I used to do music with, like I would always try to bring out their best potential and make and get the best outcome for them or us if we doing a song together. You know what I'm saying? It was never no oh I'm trying to shine on you or outdo you, or I'm offended by something that you got, so I want something better. There's a lot of people in this world like that, bro. And I never really noticed it until I started realizing how people react to my good news, and I started seeing more frowns and straight faces than congratulations and applause. When people present their good news to me, I always be naturally happy for them. Or if they ask me to for advice on something, I give them honest advice. I give them honest advice and something that's actually gonna help them out, or something that's gonna further them and give them longevity in what they're doing. To my sight, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, oh, like they've misled me and gave me bad advice and bad directions and stuff like that. Gave me bad philosophies to follow. But a lot of that is my fault too because I did not seek the Lord our God first, and everything else He'll add to us. I didn't do that. Like Like we get like one of the things that was always pushed on me, oh, be responsible, be accountable. But what is accountability? Accountability is being able to reflect and being responsible for your own actions. But if you don't really know what's righteous and what's not righteous according to the Lord and not the world standards, you're gonna be messed up every time. And especially if you get in mixed conceptions, mixed concepts and philosophies, that's just good and some wickedness and some good mixed together, it blurs the lines. Like when I say these concepts, I mean like I was told as a kid, fake it till you make it, and I never really understood what the fuck that meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would put some like so to me, I was like, shit. Well, when I was doing music, I would say some certain stuff that wasn't necessarily true. Like some things, like a lot of my stuff was true, but it would be some rap cap for content, like just for the sound of it. You know what I'm saying? Like saying things that I know that people want to hear, but not knowing that it's not really even about that. Like even in music, a lot of people say things that they ain't really doing. Just like how Future say he always drinking lean, but in interviews he say he don't drink lean. He misleading people. It's just like you selling your soul. Like you doing bad to your people. It's what's it called? Treason. Like you doing bad to your people and you selling your people, sending them up the river when you really got to when you got real knowledge and you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you telling them to do opposite and you telling half truths to people, or you giving them advice without any backing, no examples. Like you do what I tell you to do, but you don't do what you see. Don't ever do what you see me do, but you do what I tell you to do, which is also confusing because birds of a feather flock together. If I see you doing wickedness and you're around me doing wickedness, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna end up doing wickedness. It's like it's being crafty. It's crafty because the wicked are very crafty, bro. Like the devil is crafty, bro. And the devil have to reveal to you or give you in the fine print, give you a fine print before you do anything, so he could say, "I told you." So in the end, and it's up to you to discern whether what's good and evil. And if you don't have if you don't have the correct concepts, you really just up shit's creek without a paddle. And there was a time where like the Bible, I really couldn't understand the Bible. So I would get told, you need to read your Bible. So when I do try to read my Bible, I don't really understand the shit, bro. Like it's like the Bible is literally just starting to get unlocked to me, the knowledge and the spiritual meanings and stuff. Like I don't know. Like I feel like everything that I've been through is got me to the point that I'm at now. And everything that happened couldn't have happened no other way. And that's a fact because stuff that I tried to prevent, I literally tried to prevent me losing friends. I literally tried to prevent me being alone. I literally tried to prevent me from getting in bad relationships. I literally tried to prevent me having a broken heart. I literally tried to prevent me making mistakes and going down the wrong path. I literally tried to prevent the the things that are not weren't in my best interest, but all it seemed like all of the paths ended to the same street. Like everything, it's almost like a roundabout with a two ended roundabout. Like it's a big circle, and then it just into that one street. Like no matter which way you go, you still gonna get to this same path. That's what it feels like. And I try not to go off what how I feel and how things look. I try to keep my mind together and keep moving forward. It's like it just feels like it's never ending. Is it all even worth it? Like, is it worth it to keep going on? Is it worth it to keep trying? But in my spirit, I know that I don't want to quit because it says we gotta endure to the end in the Bible. Well, to be specific, I was paraphrasing. To be specific, he says that he that endured to the end, he too he he himself shall be saved. And I don't know if it's that means figuratively or literally saved. Like, is it going? Does that mean I'm gonna make it into heaven, or does it mean that my situation is gonna change? I don't know. So much stuff that I don't know. Like, I just been sitting with myself pretty much all day. Like, I was listening to a couple videos and read my Bible some, but mostly I was just sitting and thinking. I tend to overthink. Maybe I'm over emotional. I don't know. This targeted shit is really for the birds. I don't like it. The power of life and death is in the tongue. It is written. Hearts wax cold, lovers of themselves. Oh man, it's been a real roller coaster. I feel a little bit better since I came outside though. Had lunch. I just get to sit here. It's not too hot, not too cold. Hive minded versus the like minded. That's the truth. The hive mind mentality, bro. Like it's really weird because like when I would smoke weed, like I would get symptoms of the hive mind. Like it's like it put me on a lower frequency where I could kind of intermingle with people and be a part of certain things and conversations. But when I'm not on drugs or nothing like that, and I'm just being by myself, like I don't fit in nowhere. And I guess that's another reason why I always relapse, because I know that would instantly give me access to other people, because I know that other people would like to smoke with me. Not even just with me, they would just like to smoke, so I would always be trying to smoke with somebody, just so I don't have to be alone all the time. Shit's crazy. That's weird. I realize things about myself when I talk out loud. It seemed like everybody have somebody. I don't have nobody. And when I do have somebody, they feel like I do too much, or I take things too serious, or I'm not what they want, so they'll go seek something from somebody else. Leave, run off, run away. It's like on Mortal Kombat, I think 9 with Sub Zero, will freeze your feet and have you stuck in place where you can't move. That's how it be. That's how I be feeling like. I be stuck in place while everybody else run off and live their best life, or go chase happiness with somebody else. Like even with the last person I was with, like I kept it 1,000 with Shotty, bro. Like, I told her what it was up front. I told her what I was trying to accomplish. Like even before like we got together, like we was just sleeping around. But she started acting weird one day and just bust out crying and like was like trying to be in a relationship. She brought it up more than once. Even before I even started talking to her, like I was on dating apps and that wasn't her first time hitting me up. Like she hit me up like twice before I hit her up, which makes me feel like that was a fucking gang stalker in the first place, and I didn't even realize it. Like she been knew who I was before that you was already messaging me and shit like that before I was even paying attention to you. And I didn't think about it like that because I would always hop on, like I'd get on the app and then delete it and get off and get back on, make another account, get back off. But we hung out first day. We meet within the first hour. Niggas is doing nasty stuff in the McDonald's parking lot. I shouldn't even stay with her, bro. Like if it's that easy to get up with you, like I wasn't thinking, bro. Like when you lonely, bro, I've realized that you make irrational decisions when you think you lonely, because I'm not really lonely. It's just isolation because of this fucking program or whatever witchcraft or magic somebody is doing, manipulation, trying to control the narrative of my life. To be honest, I if somebody give me a room with four walls, electricity, a TV, and a PlayStation, that's happiness for me. Like I'm straight. I could read my word, could play the game and chill, be away from people, watch movies, watch TV. I wouldn't even need to be social, but I don't know. I've been placed on display. Like everybody can see me. Everybody see what I'm going through. Everybody's seeing all my downfalls. Everybody's seeing it. Like now that I know that all of this is spiritual. Like everybody was already knowing. They knew before I knew. And they was helping keeping me sleep because whoever did this, they knew that they benefit off of me not knowing who I am as a person and who my father is and what my mission is and where I come from, what my lineage is. We're princes and princes. We're princes of the power, bro. A royal priesthood, bro. We're not like everybody else. And we're sent here to fulfill a mission, which I don't really know. Oh, well, in the Bible, overall, in Ecclesiastes, it says the whole duty of man is to serve God. And to serve and love God is to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Which kills me because, like, everybody in Christianity that be going to these churches and stuff, like, they believe that once you're saved, you're always saved. I don't know if my video stopped, but I'm gonna start over. Like it says in Ecclesiastes that we, like the duty of man is to serve the Most High, and to serve and love the Most High is to uphold His laws, statutes, and commandments, and have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. And I be seeing on the internet like everybody pushing these ideologies like, oh, we could just live off the law alone. Oh, we could just live off faith alone. No, it's both. It's both. You gotta have faith and you gotta uphold the law the best you can. And then where you can't, or if you mess up, that's what grace fills in at. Like not just out here doing as thou wilt, or doing what you feel like you want to do. Although I have been out here doing what I feel like I want to do. Not now, but I have done it. Like at some point in time, like I'll be out here doing what I want to do, doing what I feeling like I could do what I want to do without any repercussions. But that's before I actually knew the truth and was able to read the Bible and understand it for myself without anybody explaining it. This gang stalking is weird. Like they be having like this is the first time I've come to this area and it don't be droves of people following. Like yeah, it's the normal bike riders and the runners and stuff coming around. But a lot of the security companies, the security and private investigation companies, not really following me like that no more. Like they be other places sometimes, but not all the time as like they used to. But you know, the targeting turns up and down every now and again. Like I be really trying to gauge and see if there's any other targeted individuals in my general area. I be seeing people that be looking like they having a hard time, but even they, I be wanting to say something, but they be looking like they don't be want to be talked to, or they be looking like they be having the look on their face like how I feel on the inside. Like damn, they be looking like they feel it. Their looks sh- would seem to show that they feel like everybody in the world is against them. I be wanting to make people let people know that everybody's not against you, even though I be feeling like that everybody's against me too. But everybody's not like me. You know, everybody's not like us. If you're anything like me, I don't know. I be so blunt with my truths and so open because I be wanting to find other people who's alike and find other people who have similar experiences, not to trauma bond, but to actually fellowship and unfold this truth of what this is, like what this life is, and compare and contrast, learn and get better, make things work in our favor. Hmm. I wanna win. But yeah, man, it's been your boy out here blowing a heavy ass vent, AC blowing hard out the vent. So y'all, man, y'all have a good Sabbath. Kahala Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rakadash. Y'all stay safe. Shalom.